Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we do have a very amazing Cassie Lang showcase. So this is a 6-star rank 5 ascended Cassie, and I feel like Cassie has not been getting quite enough love from community, and hopefully this video will showcase exactly why. Now I have a rank 5 Cassie myself, not quite ascended, but the reason why I get ascended Cassie is, well, quite simply, she's going to be awesome for the finish of this season and also the next season when it's going to be skill dominant champions and there's going to be a lot of debuff flying around, a lot of inequity taking play there. Cassie doesn't really care about inequity because her damage is not necessarily tied to her attack. Her power things do not get modified when she gets recall masteries, when you put on the boosts and stuff like that. And likewise, her power things do not get modified when you suffer 36% stack reduction or more because of inequity. And we are going to see that in action very soon. But meanwhile, let's see how quickly she can take care of business here. So obviously Winter Soldier is a matchup with class disadvantage, which does affect her damage, I believe. And we're going to see how quickly he can take down the big bad soldier of winter. So here we can see her basically at max ramp up, or almost. And now that is a nice set of crits there. That special 2 did quite a lot of damage and 73k burst of power. So that was not bad at all. Let's see the next fight, again against Winter Soldier. So this one is jazzed up a little bit with synergies and extra power things from Mr. Fantastic. And let's see how quickly she can get it done now. Remember, before we had 73k power sting damage, 36k on her level 2 crits. And I didn't quite catch the time, but it was in no time at all. So obviously, you do need to have a certain level of a custom built up with Cassie, similar to Tigra, knowing when you can dash in, which specials you can kind of counter with heavy and phase through, which ones you can't. And, you know, there are other things that you do need to learn. Obviously, keep in mind the poison immunity, which can make fights more difficult if you cannot slow down the expiration of your power stings or taunts. Here he throws the level 2 without the taunt active. And it's still over in 53 seconds, which is not bad at all, if you ask me. And now is one of those matchups where, you know, he's going up against a poison immune champion. So this is a big vision. And let's see how Cassie does right here, right now. So charging up quite successfully. He's at 16 charges. Gets the extra debuffs from, well, extra power things from Mr. Fantastic as well. Didn't quite use the debuff thing. So let's see. So he's up to 25 power things here. He does have the Ant-Man relic, which is the one that you absolutely want to have on Cassie. It makes using her significantly easier with the increased duration of power things. And now let's see. Charging it up again, going for level 1. And wasting no time. So he has the max ramp up with the 40 power stings here. He eats a combo or 2, hardly feels a thing, and is ready to finish the job here. 82k is the power sting damage there, 1 minute 36. Now we're gonna check out Cassie against MODOK. This could be quite interesting. So this is the Gauntlet, right? So that was the Gauntlet Vision. This is going to be the Gauntlet MODOK as well. And let's see how well Cassie does this. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Farming those heavy attacks, obviously neat. And soon to be on a full ramp up. And these are the type of fights Cassie can probably excel the best as well, where you can control the ramp up and that are relatively longer in length. Cassie does have a bit slower ramp up in terms of power sting damage than Spider-Ham has, but she also has like more consistent and more linear output. And if you can be efficient ramping up Cassie, she can be extremely fast on battlegrounds, which we will see later in the video as well. So here we can see that MODOK is going down like nobody's business. And that's pretty much all she wrote there. Very quick and efficient, 1 minute 26. So this is a side quest Absorbing Man. This was quite a mean champion. So let's see how Cassie deals with this Abs Man. Right, so gonna charge the heavy attack. The one thing that is, inevitably, well, has to be addressed with Cassie is that AI can sometimes be quite unfriendly to her, and it typically goes at the beginning of the fights when you need to pay attention to that thing, because once you get the opponent cornered, then they don't have the luxury of just dashing away and not doing anything. But at the beginning of the fight, you do need to kind of pay attention to how well you ramp up. So let's see how he does here. Ramps up a bit more. He has 31 power stings on the abs already. And he took 50% of his max HP as damage because he didn't respect Hurt Locker, I suppose. But that's fine because Cassie survived that. And now we can see that Absman just kind of eat himself up completely with the power stings. So 57 seconds there. And this does look like an alliance war. So personal space placebo. Obviously, Cassie being immune to buffs, which is one huge part of her appeal, lets her do all of these placebo fights effortlessly, including also taking on Spider-Man Supreme, because, if you're immune to buffs, you can just ignore Spidey's phasing. He cannot put any buffs on you. That's like super handy. Here he baits out level 2, and he, punishes it with a heavy, chaining into level 1, which is perfectly fine. Now, Mordo is being extremely nice passive himself. He can lose his power stings by the look of it. No, he barely, just in time, refreshed them. And now, at this point, even if he had lost them, the fight would have still went perfectly fine. Because here he does have the entire thing under control. He has a poison slowing down the expiration of power stings. And he's got Mordo in the corner. He's got the taunt. And that Mordo is taking damage left, right, and center already. He's going to finish combo with Light to reapply the poison to extend the duration of those power stings, should the Mordo still be defensive. Kind of interesting how you'd think that with Taunt on, Mordo would still throw that special attack when the power gain's active, and this time he did at the very end, but not quite as clear or concise. This is a nasty fight without a good counter. This is a nasty fight without a good counter, but let's see how well Cassie does it. So we got the power efficiency here, which is going to let Gore spam insane amount of special attacks, as we can see here. And this should have been, well, we can see his note here that he forgot to practice how to punish the level 1. And that's kind of visible here. But nonetheless, the Gore is obviously continuously taking damage. The debuffs plus Despair are basically eliminating all of the heal. Here he does make a mistake and try to use a heavy attack while still he had a bar of power, so Gore just immediately threw another special. And here Cassie gets it in the neck a little bit. And this is one of those crap your pants moments in Alliance War, I suppose. But let's see how calm and cool and collected Ankin stays under pressure. And let's see how he finishes off. So finally he ramps Cassie up to a decent degree. And oof, man, I'd be scared here. But look at that Cassie hanging in there. How many hits he already ate with Cassie? And this is not the fault of a champion, for sure. Because Cassie here happened to get smacked quite a lot. And he just needs to bait out the special. Come on, there we go. And let's see how he plans to finish this up. There we go. 67k damage. That was a bit longer fight. So this is Scared Slip, Power Focus, Bubble Shield. So quite an annoying Mangog in yet another Alliance War. And 76% Cassie starting health. This is a quite annoying mini boss. I have actually taken this several times across the seasons. Let's see. So here he gets the Mangog in corner, gets the Taunt on. This is the safer way to play Cassie, by getting a champion in the corner first and then starting to use your heavy attacks. And now let's see how quickly he can ramp up Cassie. He has plenty of pim particles there. He's going to be going for another level 2. Refresh the poisons. And there we go, goes into level 1. He's got 28 power stings at this point. And, oof, what happened there? Why didn't he phase through that? But, oh well, still under control. That level 1, obviously. Ooh, he lost all of his power stings. This always sucks. When you lose power stings with Cassie, it just feels like such a bummer. Feels so much... No, well, it doesn't feel quite as bad as losing your invisibility with Invisible Woman, but it does feel bad. It's up there. It's one of the worst feelings you can have in a fight. Losing all of your power stings when you have built up quite a lot of them. But here we can see that Mango getting creamed nonetheless in 1 minute 21, even though the fight was obviously far from ideal. Now let's take a look at another war fight where Cassie enters with 6% health. Okay, interesting. What is going to be the plan here? So he dexes a few times, and now Adam Warlock does have about power. Oh, that's a cool way. So you do not need to know completely the timing of that level 1, because you can just heavy punish it like a boss. This seems like it is going... It's a very good to know this matchup. Because look at it. It's pretty much perfect. Adam just spams his level 1s, and he gets punished for it, as the name of Power Sting implies. Right, so, again, this is such a beautiful fight, man. These are the interactions, moments, when things come together in MCOC, and the thing just kind of makes you smile, because, it's good. Oof, he took a blocked hit. That chipped him down a little bit, but still 56 seconds. Now, finally, we get some BG action. So let's see what he has in store for us here. So first and foremost, obviously, Cassie is a great Mystic counter in general, especially against champions like Sasquatch. She's actually much faster than people think against Sasquatch. And that is probably, hopefully, going to be evident here. Is this a rank 3 Sasquatch? I don't know, but he got parried there. Again, that's not necessarily the fault of a good little Cassie there, but still. So he's got 12 power stings here. And now he's up to 19. Sweet. And gonna charge up a bit of his heavy, 20. And as soon as my prediction is this, as soon as that Sasquatch enters Wrath, health is pretty much gonna disappear. So he's been in the fight for 1 minute now. So this marks the halfway point, but he's got a full ramp up, got the taunt on. And now we just need to wait and enjoy Sasquatch killing himself. And he got parried again. Luckily, in between taunt and inequity, obviously Cassie is extremely tanky, and we can see her healing much more than she was taking damage for. 78 seconds, so this wasn't necessarily the cleanest takedown. You could probably do it in 60 seconds. But nonetheless, here we are against Hulkling. This is another matchup that I have done myself with Cassie. Went surprisingly well when I tried it for the first time. It's just Ankit needs to stop getting parried, I'd say. And then, we're going to get things done better. Obviously, it's always very good to have solid Hulkling counters that are not necessarily Mystic. Many Mystics do counter Hulkling, but in plenty of the metas, it might not be as viable, or in a pinch, you still need to have an answer to this guy. This guy is an annoying champion to go up against if you do not have a solid counter. So having Cassie as one option is definitely helpful. So here we can see him taking more and more damage. And now he's going to go for level 1 to push Hulkling as close to 2 bars of power as possible. There we go. Now he's got 25 power stings on Hulkling. He pushed him to level 2, which is perfect. Now, yet again, come on, use it. Sweet, 16%. And just one more special required. There you go, 56k damage there with not even a full ramp. Now, Ebony Maw. Again, Ebony Maw is a very handy match for Cassie because she's buff immune, so you do not need to worry about Ebony Maw throwing double level 1s or nullifying your precision from dexterity and placing a degen on you. And obviously you do get easy heavy knockdowns with Cassie as well. Now here he kind of spaces, I think would be the term here. Misses the spacing a bit on that special, but that's fine. Still very, very, very healthy. And now he can carry on knocking down that Ebony Maw, gradually ramping up, and at the same time pushing him quickly past a bar of power, so he always has that special to throw. And now he's going to go in probably for a full combo to get the poison on, ramp up some more, and 26, now 19%. And he'll probably just need another level 1, more or less, to finish this off. Yep, there we go. That is one dead Ebony Maw. Obviously, Werewolf. It's hard to beat Werewolf in these last couple of metas. That's something we do have to admit. Okay, so rank 3 America Chavez. I have gotten destroyed by America Chavez a handful of times in this meta. Okay, so he quickly punishes that heavy attack in order to ensure that she does not get the purple dimension, which makes the level 2 unblockable, which can make it super hard to have a decent fight against Chavez. And here Chavez is kind of doing Cassie's job for her by continuously gaining power and continuously damaging herself. So sweet, we can see here. Cassie's ramping up just fine. So this is a rank 3 7-star as well. So that's about as huge of a Chavez as you can find in a wild in Battlegrounds. And let's carry on. Baby Chavez, come on. So he's ramped up to 30 power stings. Chavez at 17%. And no longer. One special. And that's done. 58 seconds. Not bad to take down a rank 3 7-star champion. Shuri. Another kind of cool matchup for Cassie. In some of the metas, Shuri has been one of the deadliest, most annoying defenders. In the last season power gain metas, she was crazy. So here he kind of screws up a bit, but Cassie's shock immune, so she doesn't get any debuffs placed on her. And now let's see how well Shuri responds to that. And missed through that special, that's quite solid. And now he's going to go for a full light combo finisher in order to get that poison on Shuri. Get some more power stings. 26 power stings, not bad at all. And Shuri just keeps on throwing those specials, which in return keeps draining her health bar quite quickly. Another special, sweet. He's going to phase through most of this. Hey, he actually got super lucky there timing-wise. Fair enough. I thought he's going to get himself stunned, but evidently not. And there's 74k damage. And he did better than Soul Shifter did with Massacre. Now we're going up against rank 2 Warlock. Again, super handy thing here is that Shuri is shock immune, so even when you do get the infection, you do not necessarily need to worry about the power drain or degen should that Warlock be awakened. And so baby Cassie putting in work. And that heavy connected as well. That was quite lucky there, I think. And now he's going to go for a level 1. Now we have the infection on, but here we can see the shock immunity is playing a big part. And now that once the Warlock is in the corner, it's obviously much, much easier to handle this fight. And with the taunt on Warlock, obviously the block damage is not a major issue either. And yeah, so you absolutely can Cassie a Warlock, and not in a bad time either, as we can see. Going to be slightly over a minute type of fight. One more special attack from Warlock, and that's going to be it. So, about 70-second fight, 65 seconds. Let's see what the timer says there. 68 seconds. Unfortunately, not quite fast enough in that much. But let's see how he does against MCOC in Battlegrounds. This should be a walk in the park for Cassie. Should be a quick type of deal. Okay, so get that MCOC to the corner the best you can. Ideally, you want to push him to level 2, I believe. There we go. And now you want to phase that. That's 14. Now we're going to finish a full combo in order to get the poison on. Get some more power stings. He's got 24 power stings on. And that Mangog is going to go down sooner rather than later. Oh, he dashed in there and ate a level 1 to the face. Luckily, we can see the damage was minuscule, and he's probably going to regen back more from those staggers than the damage he actually took from the level 1. It's just here he kind of needs to be a little bit careful, because Mangog obviously here is unstoppable and has gotten his due, so he eats a couple more hits, but special attack sets that Mangog aside. 67 seconds, done and dusted. Scorpion, once again against Soul Shifter. And let's see, have I tried this fight? I think I have. I'm quite sure I have done. Very lucky fight. Okay, we'll see how lucky. Obviously here, one major upside is that even when you make mistakes, Scorpion's default sting is poison and Cassie is poison immune, which means that this fight immediately is much safer, because yeah, even if you do end up blocking some hits on level 1, or if he does get his, Scorpion evade on you and gets the sting, well, tries to put the stings on you, you're immune to the stings that the Scorpion will have. And yeah, here he didn't evade the entire combo. Evade can come at any point, obviously, but because of the taunt and inequity, it's unlikely Cassie would take major damage. And here, that Scorpion went down super fast, 47 seconds. Yikes, that's a great job. I actually have tried this fight, and it didn't go that well for me, so I'm curious to see how Ankit is going to tackle the Maestro. I didn't have the best of the starts for this fight, and I didn't manage to ramp up well enough, but we'll see how he does. So he's got 14 stings to work on. He connected the second one. So with 28 stings to work on, I think he has got a real decent chance here to finish up at a reasonable score. So let's see how well or poorly this fight ends up doing. But he definitely had a very efficient and fast ramp up in the beginning that would help him loads. When I tried this fight, Maestro's AI just was mean and would not dash in at me, so I barely got any stings by the time glancing appeared. But come on. Whew. I already thought those power stings will expire, but no. Thankfully, Maestro did throw his level 1. Also, the damage Cassie is taking from Maestro is obviously heavily reduced with inequity and taunt and everything else, and the fact that he has never pushed Maestro at level 2. And oof, got stunned there and parried. Oof, that's just nasty. This fight is going so well. This fight is going so well. Come on. Up until the very end. He still won the round though, so that's amazing. Man, that fight was good. He also sent one additional clip that he insisted has to be included here, and that is against my alliance in Lions War. Okay, Cassie. Let's see how you do this Mangog this time around. He's bullying yet another Mangog. Once again, he pushed to level 2. He's got this fight down to a science. Now he's got 14 power stings. And he's going to finish combo with a light in order to get the poison on. Now let's see. He's going to push him to level 2 once again in order to phase through it all. And now 28 stings. Obviously, this guy's going to go down much quicker now. Phase through all of it yet again. Has max ramp up of 41 power stings. 1 is coming from the relic. And now he should be able to completely destroy that Mangog very quickly and efficiently. Now he just needs to connect the special attack in order to get rid of the unstoppable, or just bait out another special, or eat another special. Ha! Good job, Azariwal. Teammate of mine smacking that Cassie around a little bit. At the very least, a little bit. Ah, that stupid Cassie. Anyways, that has been the Cassie Lang showcase. Ascended Cassie Lang. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit all the good buttons. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. proceed with. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information